Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Stuart. We're on our Western adventure. Today we are in Jasper, Alberta, which is a national park. We got a tractor going by. But it's a national park in Alberta. We're in God's country. So welcome to God's country. Alberta was home for 20 years for me. I miss it dearly. I love New Brunswick, but Alberta is technically my pseudo home. And I miss Alberta dearly. Some days. I still love New Brunswick, but I do miss Alberta. Anyway, we're here at the Jasper Park Lodge, which is a Fairmont property, and we're going for a walk around the lake here and show you some of the sights, some of the mountains that are here. This is our 5th day of our adventure here on the Rocky Mountaineer. Well, we're done with the train. We got on the train last night, and today we are having a free day. And then tomorrow we're on the coach going to the Icefields Parkway, which will be in another video, and Lake Louise. So let's go for a walk around this beautiful resort, and I'll show you some of the highlights here. But we are going for a walk along the lakefront, and I'll show you some of the beautiful mountains and stuff that are here are surrounding this resort. May even get a chance to show you our suite that we have here. It's a beautiful, beautiful suite. And they all have their own little fire pits and fireplaces. And like I said, this is a very, very, very nice resort. So that mountain right there is Mount Edith Cavell. Earlier, see if I can find the photo. I took a picture from our breakfast place, and the clouds were not surrounding the peak. So I'll see if I can find that photo and share it, but it's got some cloud cover now. In the property, there are remnants of the disastrous forest fire that hit Jasper a few years ago. I can't remember exactly how many years ago it was, but it was just in recent history. And the trees here, very, very bad forest fire. It really impacted the community. A number of people were displaced. There are mobile homes or temporary housing still in the town site, where a lot of people are still trying to recover from that disaster. They're still actually fighting who is to blame for it happening. These things do occur in our time here with forest fires are just something we have to deal with now. You can sit there and you can blame global warming, and they can do a lot of things. But at the end of the day, forest fires are something we're going to have to learn to live with. It's unfortunate. I think forest fires have happened throughout history. But yeah, this is our suite here in this building here. Because I remember seeing the fencing earlier from poking out the one. Yeah, this is the one down at the end there is the one that we're in. So yeah, nice spot. So we are in a national park. Jasper is a national park here in Canada, and one of the major national parks here in the west in Alberta, besides Banff. It is, and I think there's another one just on the other side of Edmonton, Wood Buffalo National Park. So to the best of my knowledge, Alberta has 3 national parks, but the Jasper is one of the national parks here in the province of Alberta. You can see more of the charred remains from the forest fire here and how devastating it was. It goes all the way up the mountain in front of me here, all the way up to the top. So it was quite a big fire. It's good to see the forest starting to regenerate, do growth, some grasses right now. It does take many years for the forest to recover from an event like this. But the positive side about it, from what I understand, is that with the devastation of the fire, new growth does emerge. The pine cones pop open, the seeds get pollinated, and eventually new growth does occur. Now it does take several years, if not decades, for that new growth to become a forest again. But it does eventually recover. I love coming out and doing this. We've been on the train for 2.5 days. My dad, who doesn't have the mobility he once had when he was younger, he can't do this walk. So I just get out, spend an hour getting in touch with nature again, and just really enjoying the outdoors. as I got older and started actually, my ham radio hobby, Parks on the Air, really helped open my eyes to just getting out into nature and enjoying everything that's out here. So even though it's like this, you can still get out and enjoy it and be appreciative of everything that's out here and just connect with it. And I'll do your little bit. It's a nice walk. Just nice to have an hour and just get away from the rat race, folks. Tell you, it's a crazy world out there, and just getting out and disconnecting from it all is healthy for the soul. Lake Beauvert. It is again in the Jasper Park Lodge area. It's just about an hour walk around it, but yeah, Lake Beauvert. I don't know much of the history about it. I'm trying to read on this plaque, but Stanley Thompson, who designed this golf course, had a vision for outstanding views and vistas, and he definitely accomplished that here. Yeah, it's beautiful. One thing I got to do when I get back home is get back out walking again. I was feeling so much better when I was doing that. Yeah, I got to do that. I got to do that when I get back. We're coming into another section of the forest that was like completely wiped out. Here. The golf course is, back in shape, but that wouldn't take too long to do. One thing I did notice, I learned this on the train, that if you see trees are cut about maybe 10 or 15 feet up the stump, and that is to allow new growth to occur. So they cut the trees, and the old trunk decays, and new growth occurs from that old trunk. I thought that was pretty interesting, but yeah, you definitely see the charred remains of these trees. Now, I don't know if they're dead or if new growth will occur from them, but yeah, they're awfully black and there's no leaves on them. So it is kind of sad to see, but it is, part of nature. So, man can try to slow it down, but I don't know if we'll ever stop it. In New Brunswick, we don't have mountains like this. We'd have some pretty high, I think they almost classify them as mountains because they're part of the Appalachian Mountain Range in northern New Brunswick, but not how majestic the Canadian Rocky Mountains are. If you have never, ever been out to this part of the world, I highly recommend that you come on out to Alberta, British Columbia, at least once in your life. And I'll have a wrap-up video of my trip on the train here in future videos for you to share with you on my thoughts on that once I get all my thoughts put together. But if you have a chance to visit Alberta or British Columbia or both, I highly recommend you take your shot and come on out, because it is, for me, it's God's country. This is the Canada that I enjoy the most. Like I said, I love New Brunswick and I love living in New Brunswick, but this part of Canada is what I love the most. I don't know if the camera picks it up all that well, but you can see the turquoise in the water. That is rock sediment from the glacier up in the hills in the mountain. That's what turns this water that nice, beautiful turquoise. See, I can live out here every 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for the rest of my life. And if I didn't have any other human interaction, I don't think I would be upset by that. Yeah, I can just be at one with this beautiful God's creation here. And if I never saw another human being, I don't think I'd be too upset, because human beings they're the ones that have destroyed all this with over commercialization, over development, and it gets harder and harder to find places that you can go that are untouched by humans. There's the lodge that we're staying at across the lake. The snow-capped mountains all around. Video we'll be heading to the Icefields Parkway and stopping at the Athabasca Glacier and then eventually Lake Louise, and we'll have a full day to do this exploring in Lake Louise, and I'll get to show you the Chateau Lake Louise and the beautiful Lake Louise. Again, another favorite part of Canada that I love. There is a part of one of my favorite views of Canada that we won't capture it on any video because we'll be going the opposite way. But coming out of Calgary, heading towards Kananaskis, there's a ridge that Trans-Canada follows and then goes down the hill, and that is my favorite view in all of Canada. But we'll be going in the opposite direction. For my friends who are ham radio operators watching this video, I think for the spring I'm going to actually change up my videos just a little bit. I'm running out of places to play Parks on the Air that you guys haven't seen. So that's getting very, very hard to find new places. That's why we started NB Parks, and now we're doing Bunkers on the Air. We got some new programs, but we're running out of places to play radio at that you haven't seen already. So in the spring, after the winter is done, I'm going to start doing hikes like this and capturing on the channel. And I may try to find some portable gear that I can just take out with me. It doesn't have to be Parks on the Air related, and see if I can get out and do some portable radio along a trail like this. I do have that Trans-Canada Trail series that I think I have one video done on, but yeah, I think I'll be changing up some of the videos. Not all of them, but just some in the new year. Because the one thing I know for sure, I am not happy with my health. And now that I'm somewhat retired, folks, I need to take better care of myself, and I'll have the time to do that. So I'll be getting out and doing more. Here's some more areas that have been devastated by forest fire. And a little reminder to stay on the trail and let the land recover. You can see a little bit of Mount Edith Cavell. The first companies I worked for when I retired from the military was a company called Cavell Energy. And the mountain right there was what the company was named after. We got someone out there paddleboarding. I don't know what the temperature of the lake would be. I would gather it's not very warm. It's glacial fed. Funny thing, I haven't done this trip either. I haven't put anything on social media that I've been traveling and doing this epic trip. You know why? Other than these videos I've done, which are going to be done well after the time I get home, maybe even months after I get home. Sometimes you just don't need to put things on the internet in real time and just enjoy the peace and tranquility of your life. Nobody needs to know that I'm here. Nobody really cares. I'm the only one that cares. Maybe Missy does too. But other than that, no one cares. They got their own life and they're just going to enjoy this for me. That's it. I'm going to enjoy this for me. And creating a memory with my dad, now that he's 86. And we're not going to get very much time to do things like this anymore. I'll look back on this 10, 20 years down the road and have fond memories of our train trip from Vancouver to Calgary. So that's all that matters, folks. I have a guy I know in the ham radio world who's obsessed with the Radio Amateurs Canada Challenge. So very, very obsessed with it. And you know what? No one cares. This is more important versus just making a bunch of contacts on the radio. Sorry for those ham radio guys out there, but that guy that I know who's obsessed, I even watched a video that he's scheming to find ways to catch up to me. What are you gonna sacrifice next in your life to try to get to number one? I don't know. I really don't. And when you do, what's the fanfare? There is going to be no fanfare. There's going to be none. Another stunning view of Mount Edith Cavell from the bridge now at the other side of the lake. You can see over there where those campers are. We were over there at one time, and now we're over in this part of the lake where the hotel cabins are. You guys enjoyed my little walk around Lake Beauvert here in Jasper at Jasper Park Lodge. Just a quick little show and tell of the scenery here and what's left in this area from the forest fires a few years ago, and just the stunning beauty of the Canadian Rocky Mountains. Like I said earlier in the video, if you get a chance to come out here, please do. And please be respectful of nature. I see a Starbucks cup in the stream. That's the kind of stuff that really upsets me when I see shit like that. And sorry for cussing, but that's the kind of stuff that really bugs me when I see people just being so disregard nature by throwing their Starbucks cup in the stream. Anyway, I'm Stuart. Hope you guys enjoy these videos I made on this trip we did out west. I'm gonna go back to the lodge, collect my dad, and we're gonna head into downtown Jasper in the next video.